Yo, what's going on guys? It's me Saucy and welcome back to another video. Before the video starts, I just want to remind you guys that I'm going to be doing a giveaway and I'm actually going to be giving away this hoodie right over here. So if you want a chance to win this, all you have to do is check the description down below to see how to enter the giveaway. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much going to be going over this kind of shocking news about the Acolyte. So yeah, let's just get right into the article. Alright guys, so we have the article pulled up right over here, written by IndieWire. So yeah, the article title is Why Star Wars Series The Acolyte Hired Writer Who's Never Seen Any Star Wars Movie. Oh my god, I don't even know what to think about this. How is that possible? Like, my mind is just boggled right now. Like, I don't know what to think. How do you hire a writer for the Acolyte who's never seen any Star Wars movie? I'm gonna get more into it, but yeah, let's just get right into this article. Showrunner Leslie Headland made it a priority to mix the writer's room with Star Wars know-it-alls and franchise newbies. Okay, I'm just gonna try to stay calm. So pretty much this article goes on to talk about, who Leslie Headland is and how she's going to be the showrunner of the Acolyte. And yeah, so right over here though is where I think it goes more into depth of what she actually said. Mostly what I looked for were people that I felt could execute a great script. Number one, Headland recently told AV Club about finding writers for her Star Wars series. And then in job interviews, just really talking to people who had different life experiences than I did and had different connections to Star Wars than I did. Now, before I go any further, I just want to make this clear. Everybody, or every Star Wars fan, has a different connection to Star Wars, right? Whenever it comes to Star Wars, everybody has a different reason why they like Star Wars. Everybody has a different connection. So you can still have that different connection if that's what you're looking for in a Star Wars fan. It doesn't have to be somebody whose connection to Star Wars is pretty much non-existent. You can still have a writer with a different connection to Star Wars that is still a Star Wars fan. So let me just make that clear. Headland did not want a Star Wars writer's room full of Star Wars diehard fans. It was important to mix writers with different connections to the franchise, as she explained. There were people like myself that were like later in life Dave Filoni acolytes. I literally had one writer that was like, I have never seen any of them. I've never seen any Star Wars media. And she's texting me before we started the room. She's like, Luke and Leia are brothers and sisters. What the? Oh my god. No, there's no way that just happened. There's no way they just hired a Star Wars writer who just freaking watched Star Wars for the first time. And this same person is hired to write the series The Acolyte, which is going to be talking about the ancient Sith. You need to know your lore for this stuff. You need to be a Star Wars fan to properly write this stuff and to properly understand and comprehend just anything, especially when it's the Acolyte, when it's about the ancient Sith. You need to know your lore. You need to know your stuff. This is not just a regular show. This is the Acolyte we were talking about, a show about the Sith. Like, you gotta know your stuff. You can't mess this up. It ain't no new Disney movie that they're creating, Disney Star Wars movie or anything like that. It's literally about the Sith, and there are already rules about the Sith that if you read the books you would know about. So the Sith have their history. And I feel like they should have not hired somebody who doesn't know anything, but instead hired a Star Wars fan who knows their Sith history, who's just been a long-term Star Wars fan and has like she said she wanted somebody with a different connection to Star Wars. You can still hire somebody who has a different connection to Star Wars that still knows about Star Wars and knows their stuff, because I want somebody to write a Star Wars show that actually knows about Star Wars and that has been a long-term fan. I don't want somebody who's gonna write a freaking Star Wars movie that doesn't know anything about Star Wars, or not movie, TV show, but it's crazy. Now let me give you an example. Let's say I was not an Indiana Jones fan, right? And I didn't really know much about Indiana Jones, right? This is just an example. Let's say Kathleen Kennedy came up to me and she was like, listen, I want you to write an Indiana Jones movie. It just doesn't make sense. I would rather want somebody who knows their Indiana Jones stuff to write an Indiana Jones movie. I wouldn't want somebody who knows nothing about Indiana Jones to write an Indiana Jones movie. When you have the option to still choose a fan who's also a writer, you can still do that. I don't know why in this situation where they need somebody to write a Star Wars show, especially about the Acolyte, about the Sith. I don't know why you would hire somebody who has never seen Star Wars. When you could hire somebody who has, when you could hire somebody who knows their Star Wars stuff, who actually cares about the universe. The reason I brought up the Indiana Jones thing was, if you were an Indiana Jones fan, would you want somebody who doesn't really care much about Indiana Jones, who has no previous history, who has no connection to Indiana Jones, would you want them to write an Indiana Jones movie? No, you would not. You would rather want somebody who actually cares about Indiana Jones, who actually cares about that fandom. Same thing goes to Star Wars. I want somebody that actually cares about Star Wars to write a Star Wars TV show. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that really was the best analogy, but you know what I'm trying to say over here. I don't want somebody to meddle around the thing that we love the most, Star Wars, especially when it's something like the Acolyte. I don't want them to be writing it when they don't know anything about it. Like, I don't know how many times I need to repeat that, but that's just all I have to say about that. Let's get back to this article. For headline writers unfamiliar with Star Wars, were only a plus. It was so great because I would really love to know from someone who was not fully immersed in this fandom, what do you think about the pitch we just made? She said, so while she did her due diligence and did a lot of background work and research at the same time, she was somebody that we could kind of talk to and say, okay, so if we take all kinds of signifiers out of it, and this is Star Wars version of X, what does it mean to you? She would be able to give some feedback. Well, I'm kind of wondering what's going on with this character and in this scene, and I'm wondering why so-and-so isn't saying this. Hedlund continued. So that was what I really wanted, an active conversation between my writers and myself, and not so much a room full of people that would kind of just automatically agree with what I say. Well, the thing is, you can have Star Wars fans that don't agree with what you say, because a lot of if you look at the Star Wars fandom, it is pretty split. You know, we all like Star Wars, but everybody has their own opinions on everything, right? So you will not always find that people are always agreeing with each other. So I don't know why she's saying that she doesn't want a room full of people that, you know, are just people that are going to agree with what her say, because a lot of the Star Wars fans care about the fandom, and they care, you know, they all have their different perspective on Star Wars. They all have their different opinions. They all have their different point of views and stuff. So you can still have that diversity. You can still have that you know, different opinion if you are a Star Wars fan. You don't not have to be a Star Wars fan to not agree. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is crazy. Star Wars The Acolyte will premiere on Disney Plus, but there's no official release date yet. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the article over here. And actually, I want to bring up this real quick. So we actually have some information that a new report from Discussing Film suggests that the series plans to begin production in February 2022 in London. So, you know, that's just another thing. And then they're going to be using the technology, the volume that they use in The Mandalorian. So that's that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know what to think. This was honestly pretty shocking to me. I want you guys to go down below and comment your thoughts about this news, because to me, it just doesn't make sense. And I really hope that Lucasfilm does something about this. And yeah. But yeah, if you guys haven't liked the video and subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate it. So please go down, like the video, and subscribe, and make sure to comment down below your thoughts on this article. But yeah, that's really gonna be it for me. So anyways, guys, have a great day. May the force be with you, and peace out. Bye.